So here I am out here in Panama City. I end up, against all odds, making some money. I get a Tinder date with some girl from... We have a beautiful date on the sunset. And then we go to a restaurant. Now, we went to the restaurant right next to the Radisson where she's staying. She's up there sleeping at the Radisson right now. And I should have probably pulled her to a different location, you know. That's just classic, you know, PUA stuff. You just pull them to a different location, right? You know, I didn't really get the chance for that, though, because, you know, so we took her over there. The place was almost closed. I didn't want to get anything. I was planning on getting an appetizer. They had the guy suggested that, then she was like, oh, do you want to split my seafood platter? This bitch orders I don't know, like a, what the hell was it? Like a $44 fucking seafood platter or something. Like, my, you know, little burger was like literally $8. Maybe it came out to like 10 with tax. So I was only planning on forking over like $12, you know what I mean? And even that, I'm like, shit, because I just didn't want to fork over any of my money because, you know, I don't got much money coming for the next week. I'm supposed to do some yard work, make a little bit of money, but I still have to get back to Tallahassee for that, you know? And she's like, do you want to split it? And I was like, well, how much is it, you know? Sure enough, it's like $64. And her seafood platter's like $44. It sucks, too. And I'm just like, yeah. So she's over. She's like, where's your card? I was like, I'm paying cash. So I just give the guy $20. Should have only given him $15, honestly. But lesson learned, you know. It started out fine. We went in the hot tub. I was like, you know, smooching her and fucking all over. And I actually walk her back to the room. And, you know, she's about to go to sleep, so I leave, you know. And, you know, I smooched her one last time before I leave, but just wasn't worth it, man. I've already got a good girl waiting for me. You know, it's just not something that I needed to do, you know. And I could have used that $20, so now it's gone. But whatever, you know, crap happens. You know, I think I still got enough money to get home. Still got enough money to smoke if I want to get some smoke. So whatever, you know, leave it be. But just remember, man, if you don't got the money, and even if you do, never pay for these girls, man. Especially, like, the whole split the bill thing. Yeah, pay for yourself, and only get food if you really want to get food. I mean, honestly, in the future, I'm just going to be like, unless I'm really hungry and really want the food, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I'll get a drink, show up and get some water. Like, literally spend no money, you know? And if the girl's into you, she's not going to care, you know? And this girl was, you know, a couple of years older than me. 3 years older than me, actually. So, sure, if she was a little bit more of a baby girl, it would have been fine. But crap happens, man. I ain't going to cry over spilt milk. You know, it's 5 more days, and I'll pretty much be out of this cycle, so it is what it is. And, I'm happy, you know, so I'll get out of here. Lesson learned. Very interesting. First Tinder date in a while. I remember I saw her phone. She's got, like, you know, 10 threads, you know, fucking bullshit. Couple more mistakes, that I made with the Tinder date last night. So I called her Hottie, you know, before we met up, and she's like, oh, you know, calm down your expectations, or lower your expectations. I'm overweight. So obviously she didn't think she was hot. And, you know, when I saw her, yeah, she wasn't that hot. She kind of had like a little bit, like, her legs were kind of square. They weren't curvy. But, you know, I liked her eyes. I liked her face. She had a little bit of a neck, too. But, you know, I liked, her personality was alright, you know. I liked her, what am I trying to say? I liked her, her breasts. How could I forget? you know, and they were held back by a bra. I can only imagine them coming out. But, you know, just one of those things where it's like, you know. And then when I got with her, I saw her on the beach. And, you know, she was at the Radisson Hotel, which was only a mile away. And I thought it was going to be a power move to be like, oh, yeah, I'll come over there, because she said she would come over with me. I should have had her come to me. Yeah, make her work for you. Make her invest, you know. I definitely should have probably, like, just... I'm getting a little tired now, guys. Hang on. So that was my first mistake. And then pretty much everything on the beach was fine. I was kino escalating, I was cuddling, I was kissing her a little bit, all that jazz. But I think I mentioned, you know, I told her I was gonna go shower at the gym. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have spoken too much about that. I mean, I was at an instance where it was like I just didn't want to hide it anymore too. And some girls are into it, some girls aren't. The thing is, don't necessarily lie about it, but don't like give it away either. Let them ask you, and even then, you know, let them fight to get it out of you. And another thing is, like, when she said, oh, I don't really, she wanted to go to a different restaurant, definitely should have done that. And like I said, I saw her phone with all the little different other, you know, Tinder threads she had. So she was clearly like an insecure normie. You know, she was a straight up normie, dude. Straight up. And she was one of those girls who was just like using the power of the dating apps to think that she had more options than she actually did. But the reality is none of us care. Like, yeah, that's right. Another thing is we wanted to go to, she wanted to go eat. I didn't want to eat because I didn't want to spend my money. And I probably should have been like, yeah, we can do that. I'm probably just going to get a drink or an app. And then it kind of blindsided me, though. She was like, oh, you want to split the bill? And I was like, dude, you got a $44 seafood platter. And even then, I wouldn't have wanted to split. I got an $8 fucking cheeseburger from the friggin' kids menu, okay? And didn't even finish that because I really wasn't that hungry. And whatever. We were in the hot tub, and she was kind of like, not like, you know, letting me feel up on her as much anymore. But there were people, and I didn't necessarily go for it either. And then she even said my friend at one point. Yeah, none of that's good. Should have been like, oh, we're friends now, but, you know, oh, I thought we were, because a lot of these girls, they use dating apps just to waste your time. I'm looking for friends. In my opinion, that's pure feminism. Like, that shouldn't even be allowed on a dating app. Because, want to know why? Because men aren't there for friends. The problem is, if